know the minor deck, right? Has some very, very interesting cards. For example, Fast Town Push, Blight Healing, Defend, more Defend, more Defend, plus Range, Gift of Constancy, which is not balanced in my opinion, or some other different, like making more Dahan. Various different stuff, style of effects. But the question is, how high is the probability of getting the type of effect you most desperately need in the current situation? That's what I'm gonna rank today. My tier list reaches from S to D. S tier effects, they come up semi-always. We've got 2 of these effects. The probability of getting these effects is around 50% for every single draft. A decent chance, B, be aware. C, can happen, and D, don't expect it. Alright, we're gonna start in D tier. And the effect of the minors with the lowest probability in the deck are the elements. We've got these 2 cards, Card Up Explore. We've got Gift of Mage's Connection and Elemental Boon. That's it. The probability of getting one of these is equal to 0.078, or just round about, I think, 8% of drawing one of these on a draft. So on average, you would need like round about, let's say, 6 drafts, 7 drafts to get an elemental card. Like on average, of course. So, yeah, just very rare, but very, very strong. For example, our lovely guy Snake. If you draw an elemental card as a teammate, playing with a Snake turn 1, the game is basically GG. Alright, next one. And by the way, if you're asking how to calculate this is the formula, pause the video. Alright, next one. Next up, we've got the Fast Town. We've got these 3 cards. And with Fast Town, I mean a fast card that can disrupt a town. So, for example, let's say this land here is Ravaging, the ability to disrupt this town. Alright? I mean, this kind of falls into the category of Defend, but I think this is a little bit more accurate because not more accurate, but this can solve your land when it's Ravaging, but imagine this land builds. Defend cards won't help you, right? Only cards that can disrupt this town. So for this purpose, I've made an extra category for that. Next up, and can happen, we've got the Isolate. We've got these 5 cards which can isolate land in the fast phase. I mean, isolating the slow is kind of pointless in my opinion. And yeah, they're all 0 costs except for this one. So it can actually happen that you draw an Isolate. Isolate would be strong against, for example, like in England or Scotland to prevent extra buildings on the board. Or it could be strong to isolate one single land on the board. For example, imagine the board looks like this. Then you could just isolate this land and basically nothing except the coast, of course, will explore. So yeah, great. Next up in Can Happen, we've got the Fast Dahan movement. So basically these 8 cards here can move Dahan in the fast phase. Sometimes they cost energy, sometimes they don't. And the huge advantage of these cards is they can gather Dahan in land to then defend it and kill the stuff inside of it. So fast Dahan movement is crucial in some situations. I mean, this video already took a ton of effort, so I'm not going to calculate everything via this formula. If you want to do it, go ahead and do it. I'm sure I'm going to explain it if you don't know it, or if you didn't understand it before. So if you want to know the probability of drawing something at least once, because like, for example, you want a Defend card, right? Or let's say you want one of these cards. I mean, we want at least one, right? So if you get 4 cards, great. If you get 1 card, also great. So want at least 1 card. So the opposing event, so 1 minus, and then the probability of not getting any. So Y is the total number of cards, and X is the number of Y is the deck size, and X is the number of the cards you want in the deck. So you take Y minus X, so the amount of cards that don't fit this condition, and you basically say all the 4 cards you draft don't fit the condition, so they are not fast hand movement. And then you take the opposing event of this. That's, I don't know, Marv's 7th grade in Germany, I think. Was 8th grade? I have no idea, something around this. So yeah, that's how the drafting works. Clever, in my opinion. In B tier, I'm gonna throw Blight. The thing with Blight removal effects is the fact that they are always, except for this, maybe this, and this, and of course this, they are always land restrictive. This is land restrictive too, kind of. This is kind of restrictive too, this too. Only these two are free, but for both of them you have to take another cost. So the thing with blight removal cards, why I want an extra category for them, is because, like, for example, you want to remove a blight. Like, okay, let's take the following example. This land just explored. Actually, this state is very, very common because you let the first Varage cycle go through this land too. So this land explores. You want to remove this blight in order to make to let it basically run through again. So you would only be able to draw cards that can remove blight in this land. So for example, on the coast, or in the jungle, right? So blight removal cards are quite restrictive, so the category Be Aware is kind of for blight, because it means be aware of which of the cards are used for the situation. So B tier in the sense does not mean it's more common, but it means blight basically. Be aware of where the card can target. So it should probably be around about C tier, but because it's so specific, I'm gonna throw it in an extra tier. Next category in A tier, a decent chance, is the Slow Town. So take a look at all of these cards. What do they have in common? That's right, they can solve a town in the slow. What I mean by solve? It means this land just built, and the card is supposed to stop the blight from coming down, either by killing it, by throwing a strife on top of the town, by yeah, that's basically the two, or like by pushing the town, and then adding a strife. So yeah, I've got a total of 12 cards. Some of them are restricted, for example, Voracious Growth or Turretin's Madness or this card. Non-Root Biters is basically the only purpose of it is to solve a town land. This can target lands with Blight, but as you know in Spirit Island, everything is kind of a restriction. So yeah, this can, I mean, it's probably not in this category. Let's actually delete it. We've only got 11 cards in this category. This is like one of, I hate this card, but it can sometimes solve town lands in the slow. Alright, next category. With 12 cards in the deck, we've got the Fast Explorer. So basically every single card that can solve a land that has just been explored. As you can see, Loris here again, this can solve an explore land. This. This can solve an explorer land because it can push the building that is built, which I would count as a solve an explorer 2. Yeah, 12 cards in total. Next one. Next up in 8 here, we've got the Slow Dahan. Like the, yeah, let's just leave it here. It's 12 cards too. Yeah, I think 13 actually. So the thing is that like cards that can push Dahan are a little bit different in my opinion, because it doesn't matter if you push them fast or slow. So for example, this land just explored and you want to get Dahan in there. It doesn't matter if you get them in there now or after they've built, right? Because Dahan do nothing until they're attacked or moved. So this is the reason why I'm ranking all the hard moving cards in this category, no matter if they are slow, like Call to Tent, or fast, like Promise of Protection, because all of these cards can push Dahan to a place where you want them to be. Yeah, this is technically also a card that can solve an explore land, you're right. and this could solve that. Like Culture Isolation is so specific, but yeah, shouldn't change that much in total. So next one. Now we've got the S tier cards that come up semi always because there are 20 of them each, and we've got Fast Explore, Slow Explore, and Defend. I mean, Defend should be self-explaining. This card, these two cards, for example, they can potentially solve Townland, but it's somewhat unlikely, I would say. It's not always the case. Same goes for this card, for this card, for this. And these cards basically all say, okay, the land just explored, like this, and you want to stop this land from becoming a future Ravage threat. By, for example, this is a Defend card actually. By, for example, killing the Explore, replacing it, killing it, placing a disease, gathering it away, pushing it, killing it, killing it. This, some cards are like here and there, but the overall number shouldn't change. Killing it, adding a disease. Yeah, just infinite possibilities of cards. I think this is the highest amount of. I think there are 21 cards that can solve and explore in the slow phase. So like the occasion is quite rare that you're looking for one of these cards. But if you're ahead, the probability of getting even more ahead is quite high. And all of these cards have in common that they have got at least Defend 2. So they can always solve like an Explore Town land with some Data in there. This is so fun. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. This is the final list. Of course, like don't take it too accurately in the separate tiers. Fast means solving it in the fast. Slow means solving it in the slow phase. And the rest should be like Dahan means Dahan movement, of course. And remember what I said about the Blight stuff. Here we've got the formula again. Note it down if you want, or just understand how it works. See you guys in the next video. Subscribe now.